Good morning. My name is Ralf Friedrichs. I'm an addiction recovery coach, an author, a life coach, and the host of this show, the Take Your Life Back Today radio show, also to be seen on YouTube and a video version on channel Take Your Life Back Today show. Have you ever met toxic people in your life? There's maybe one in particular person that just steers everybody down the wrong road. When it's not you, it's them. The toxic people that ruin friendships, families, relationships. One of the joys of being human is that we don't have to be perfect to be one of the good ones. At some point, my friends, we all make stupid decisions, hurt the people we love, say things that are hard to take back, and push too hard to get in our way. None of that makes us toxic. It makes us human. We all mess things up. We grow and we learn. Toxic people are totally different. They never learn, they never self-reflect, they don't care who they hurt along the way. I happen to know someone like that. Toxic behavior is a habitual way of responding to the world and the people in it. Toxic people are smart, but they have the emotional intelligence of a pen lid. It's no accident that they choose those who are open-hearted, generous, and willing to work hard for a relationship, or people maybe related to somebody that they're dating. With two non-toxic people, this is the foundation for something wonderful. But when a toxic behavior is involved, it's only a matter of time before someone gets hurt, possibly even a broken heart. If you're in any sort of relationship out there that I'm talking to, and when someone is toxic, chances are you've been bending and flexing for a while to try to make it work. Stop. Just stop. You can only change the things that are open to your influence, and toxic people will never be one of them. Here are some of the signs to watch for in a toxic person. And if you're out there and you're in a relationship, pay attention. 15 versions of toxic people. You have that one that he's a controller or she. Nobody should have to ask for permission to be heavily directed on what to wear, how to look, who to spend time with, or how to spend their money. There's nothing wrong with being open to the influence of people around you, my friends. But the way you do is for you to decide. Your mind is strong and beautiful and shouldn't be caged. Healthy relationships support independent thoughts. They don't crush them, my friends. Then you have the taker. All relationships are about give and take, but you're with a taker. You'll be doing all the giving and they'll be doing all the taking. Doesn't have to be money or materialistic. Think about what you get from a relationship. If it's nothing, it might be time to question why you're there. We all have limited amount of resources, emotional energy time to share between our relationships. Every time you say yes to someone who doesn't deserve, you're saying no to someone that does. Give your energy to the people who deserve it, and when you're drawing up the list of deserving ones, make sure your own name is at the top. You have the absent uh, uh, toxic person. These versions of toxic people won't return texts, phone calls, disappear, possibly going out with their friends, fishing. Usually, when they want something is when they contact you. You might find yourself wondering whether they got your message, whether they are okay, or whether you've done something to upset them. No relationship should involve this much guesswork. You have the manipulator. Manipulators will steal your joy as though you made especially for them. They'll tell half-truths or straight-out lies, and when they have enough people squabbling, they'll be the savior. Don't worry, I'm here for you. They'll listen, they'll comfort, and they'll tell you what to do, what you want to hear. And then they'll ruin you. They'll change the facts of the situation, take things out of context, and use the words against you. Be aware of these people. They'll calmly poke you until you crack. Then they'll poke you for the cracking. They'll accidentally spill secrets, or they'll hint that there are secrets there to spill, whether or not they're true. There's just no reasoning with a manipulator, so forget trying to explain yourself. The argument will ruin the circles and there will be no resolution. It's a black hole. Don't get sucked in. You, I feel like you're not listening to me. Them, the manipulator, are you calling me a bad listener? You? No, I'm just saying you have not taken, or you've taken what I said the wrong way. Them? Oh, so now you're saying I'm stupid. I can't believe you're doing this to me. Everyone told me to be careful of you. They'll only hear things through their negative filter. So the more you talk, the more they'll twist what you're saying. They want power, not a relationship. They'll use your weaknesses against you, and they'll use your strengths, your kindness, your openness, your need for stability in relationship. If they are showing tenderness, be careful. There's something you have that they want. Show them the door now and lock it when they leave. Then you have the BSer. I don't want to use the word, but you know what I'm talking about. They'll talk themselves up, talk others down, and they'll always have a reason for not doing what they say. They'll lie outright, or they'll give you versions of the truth, not a lie, not a truth, just what the feeling in your gut that something is off. I've recently had those feelings about someone. You can't believe a word they say. There's no honesty, which means there is no intimacy. At worst, BSs are heartbreakers. And we're not just talking about boyfriend, girlfriend. We can be talking about your kids' as boyfriends or girlfriends. The attention seeker also. It's nice to be needed. It's also nice to eat peanut butter, but it doesn't mean you want it all the time. The attention seeker always has a crisis going on, and they'll always need your support. Be ready for the aggression, passive aggression, angst, or guilt trip if you don't respond. Oh, you're going to dinner with friends? It's just that I have had the worst day and I really need you tonight. Oh well, I suppose I can't always expect you to be there for me, this person might say. If it's that important to you, then you should go. I just want you to be happy. I'll just stay in by myself and watch TV or something. You go and have fun with your friends. I suppose I'll be okay. See how that works. When there's always a crisis, it's only a matter of time before you are at the center of their crisis. Then you have the one who wants to change you. Be careful, I've seen it around me. It's one thing to let you know that the adorable snort thing that you do when you laugh isn't so adorable, but when you're constantly reminded that you are not smart enough to be good, looking enough, skinny enough, strong enough, you have to start thinking that the only thing that isn't good enough about you is the loser who keeps pointing things out. Your children might be with people that are like what I'm talking about. I know I have one. You'll never be good enough for these people because it's not about you. It's about control, insecurity. Theirs not. Yours. As long as they're working on changing you, they don't have to worry about themselves. As long as they can keep you from keep you small, they'll have a shot at shining brighter. These people make you doubt yourself by slowly convincing you that they know best. They will take your daughter, your son to an unknown area and kind of hide them from you. They don't want family to be around this particular person. They will take your family and just run. I am going through this at this particular time. I know exactly what I'm talking about. And shame on the people that act like this. If you feel heavy, start losing the 160 pounds. A person that maybe you are with that's causing you to feel this way. These aren't looking out for you, these people. They are trying to manage you, control you. The people who deserve you will love you because of you, not despise it. The one you want to change. People aren't channels, hairstyles, or undies. You can't change them. Someone who snarls at the waiter will always be the kind of person who snarls at the waiter. Someone who lies will always lie, whether they're snarly or not. Someone that can't keep a job will never. People can change, but only when they are ready, and usually only when they've felt enough pain. It's normal to fight for the things that are important, but it's important to know that when you stop in that relationship is only when you start feeling better. Otherwise, you'll be sadder, more unhappier version of the person you started out as. Before it gets to this, set a time limit in which you want to see the change. Take photos of yourself every day. You'll see it in your eyes if something isn't right, or check in at the end of each week. I knew this particular person that I'm talking about in a relationship with one of our family members to be all of these that I'm talking about right now, every single one of them. Most importantly, I knew and still know that this person is very toxic. It's even easier if you can see that the only thing different is that the lights have gone out in you if you let these people control you. Then you have the abuser. And I'm not just talking about physical, I'm talking about verbally. The signs might be subtle at first, but they'll soon be there. Soon, there will be a clear cycle of abuse, but you may or may not recognize it for what it is. Sometimes your family from the outside will notice. Friends, there will be rising tension. You will feel it. You tread carefully and you'll be scared of saying or doing the wrong thing. Why put yourself in that situation? Eventually, there will be an explosion, a fight. There will be physical or emotional abuse, and it will be terrifying. At first, you'll make excuses. I shouldn't have said that, did that, gone out, had an opinion, said no. Then, the honeymoon. The abuser can be wonderfully kind and loving when they need to be, but only when they need to be. You'll be so desperate for things to get better that you'll believe the apologies, the tenderness, the declarations of love, the promises. The tension will start to rise again. Over time, the cycle will get shorter and it will happen more often. The tension will rise quicker. The explosion will be bigger. The honeymoon will be shorter. If this is a familiar routine, you're in a cycle of abuse. It's not love. It's not stress. It's not your fault. It's abuse. The honeymoon will be one of the things that keeps you there. The love will feel real and you'll crave it. Of course, you will then completely start realizing that you are making a mistake, but you're afraid to admit that. Love after abuse isn't love. It's manipulation. If the love was real, there would be mountains moved to make sure that you were never hurt or scared, and this person wouldn't be controlling you. Then you'll have the jealous toxic person. Your partner is important, and so are other people in your life. If you act in a trustworthy way, you deserve to be trusted. We all get insecure here and then, and sometimes we could all do with a little bit more loving and reassurance. But when the questions, accusations, and demands are consistent and without reason, it will only be a matter of time before your phone is checked, your movements are questioned, and your friends are closed out. They have a problem with you even going out with your own friends, whether they're boys or girls. Misplaced jealousy isn't love, it's a lack of trust. Then you have the toxic, the worst of one. These people will always have problems that are bigger than yours. You're sick, they're sicker. You're exhausted from working late every night this week. They are shattered from the gym. You lost your job. They are devastated because it's really hard when you know someone who's lost their job. You'll always be the supporter, never supported. There's only so long that you can keep drawing these things. Folks, these are just some of the things that I wanted to talk about this morning, but there are toxic people out there. Don't be one of them. And may God bless each and every one of you this morning. Please, if you're with a toxic person, get rid of that person. Because I have one connected to one of my family members, and it hurts to watch. May God bless you. May God bless America. And get rid of the toxic people in your life quickly this morning. Have a great day. God loves you. And please call us at 844-405-HELP. Together we can help each other take our lives back. Take care. Bye-bye.